tongue in the teeth. Dip of the tongue in the teeth. What's up? It's your... hold on.
Whoa! You want me to give you a countdown?
No, I just want to know.
3, 2. I'm just gonna say 3, 2. Go. 3, 2. How would you go past this game? Okay.
What's up? It's your girl Dani DMC. Welcome back to my channel. I am joined with these two curvy baddies today. First we have Brittany, model, influencer, light, divine goddess. Everybody needs a Brittany in their life.
Everybody.
Without a doubt.
Absolutely.
Then we got Aspen, my ace.
Hi.
Model, content creator, graphic designer, influencer, sex extraordinaire. What am I missing? Podcast connoisseur. Okay, so today we have a really exciting video for you guys. I think this is a topic that needs to be talked about more. As you can tell from the title below, we will be answering all your questions about confident sex, especially when it comes to being a plus-size woman. This is something that I feel really strongly about because, like I said, I feel like it's not discussed enough. And I didn't have anyone that I could ask these questions to when I was younger. And sexuality is so important. And I feel like it's a really big part of being a woman. And I feel like we are not educated enough about it.
I agree, yeah.
So I hope that we are able to inform you and give you some really good insight and guidance on how to own who you are and to be confident and to be bold and to learn different things so you can enjoy sex, because everyone deserves to enjoy sex.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Everybody deserves to be sexually liberated.
Yes.
No matter what
100%.
your size is. So
Yes.
let's
Without
do
doubt.
it.
So we're here
Amen
to do
to that.
Before we get into today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to BetterHelp. They have sponsored this video, and I'm so glad that they have sponsored this particular video because I feel like everyone here watching this video can benefit from BetterHelp. It is an app where you can seek guidance and counselors and therapists. They have over 10,000 licensed therapists, which is incredible. And they have to pass all their state boards, so they're certified, they are legit, and it's super easy to download. They have all different types of options, which is great during this pandemic. You can do text therapy, you can do phone calls, you can do FaceTime. They also have group in our sessions, and I just think it's something that we can all benefit from. I personally am a huge advocate for therapy. Therapy has saved my life, and I just feel like BetterHelp makes it super accessible and easy. It's usually $65 a week, but with my code, you know I got a code for you, okay? You get 10% off your first month, so I definitely think that you should check it out. The link will be in my description box, so make sure you check it out for real because it can be something that can really help you, especially with insecurities, anxiety, depression, all things that we've all struggled with.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that therapy is something that's underrated and mental health is not talked about enough, and I definitely want to be able to provide you guys with resources on my channel. That's something that's extremely important to me, and I think that BetterHelp is a great resource. So I'm so happy to be aligned with them and working with them, and I'm so grateful that they sponsored this video. So check out the info in the description box and give it a try. It can't hurt, you know what I mean? The only thing it can do is help.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah,
Go
we all
click
love
it.
therapy.
We love
Yes.
therapy.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Okay, without further ado, we are not making you wait at all. We are getting right into it, baby. So the good thing is we got you guys, I got like 350 questions. So shout out to you guys. And we are gonna start with this first question. We got a lot of questions that were really similar, which I think is good because then we can touch on like these main like 4 to 5 topics that you clearly all wanna know about. So first question, when I'm having sex with my partner, I hide myself due to insecurities. How can I blossom?
All right. So I feel like when you get into a sexual relationship with somebody and you're being intimate, it's very difficult to give your full self to them when you're not yet comfortable with yourself.
Yeah.
So I feel like the best thing to kind of combat that moment of insecurity when you are with somebody is to really get to know yourself outside of anybody else being in the room.
Yes.
Whether that's walking around your apartment naked.
Yes.
Whether that is putting on your lotion on every inch of your body.
Yes.
And watching yourself while you do it and get so acquainted with your body and how your body moves that no matter who's in the room, it doesn't matter because you already know what's going on.
Yes.
You already know what's up.
Yes.
When you know what you have and you know how your body moves, you're gonna move with it, not against it.
And move in that too, in that power.
Exactly.
I feel like it's so important. I feel like a lot of times we think that a person or someone, one of the questions I got too was like, well, who was that person that helped you feel most confident?
Yeah.
And yes, you may meet someone that may make you more confident. I've had experiences like that. But I think it's so much more important to focus on the relationship you have with yourself and the confidence you have with yourself alone and your own sexuality too. And discovering your body, feeling your body, getting comfortable with your body, because that's how you step into that power in the bedroom or when you're in an intimate relationship, because you can't rely on somebody else to give give you that confidence. Just like outside of the bedroom too, in everyday life. Like you can't rely on your girls to build you up. You can't rely on your peers or your coworkers to build you up. You have to find that from within.
When you have those really low days and those low moments, whether it's with someone in the bedroom or you're out doing your own thing, you know you can find it within yourself. You can find that strength again. You just have to tap in.
Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely feel like it's something that you have to find within yourself and not outside of someone. You know what I mean? Because I feel like no matter what the situation is, like if you're in the bedroom with someone, like I feel like no matter what they say to you, like it will feel good in that moment. But when you leave, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
and let's say you're not being intimate with just one person. Let's say you're not in a committed relationship.
Exactly, you dating around.
Yeah.
You're having some fun.
Yeah, so you might get that from one guy, and then another guy's not giving you that at all, and you are gonna have to have that within yourself. And I feel like your partner can feel that energy too. Like people can feel when you're not confident, and even more powerful than that, people can feel when you are confident.
Woo!
People can feel, and
that's a word.
Yes, and I feel like for men, I feel like men it like kind of takes them aback, especially being a plus size woman. They are not expecting you to come out the gate like, oh, I know I'm shit. Lights on. Woo. You're gonna see all this. You're gonna feel all this.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna blow your world.
Blow your world. And you know what? If you have an issue with it and you get uncomfortable, I'm gonna just step out.
Yeah, because there's plenty of other people that will step up to the plate gladly.
Plenty of fish in the sea, baby.
Okay,
I hear that.
So I feel like that answer kind of goes to a lot. Another thing, another question I want to bring up that was brought up a bunch is this next one that says, how do I become friends with my fupa? And she said, I love you, babe. Love you too.
Love you, babe.
And then I kind of want to tag on that too. There were so many questions about stomach. There was another question. How do you stay confident being fully naked? Seeing my belly flop and cellulite turns me off. And that question like hit me along with the fupa question too. But this one hit me because she said, it turns me off. And I feel like with what we just said too, if you turn yourself off and you carry that energy, that's going to reflect to anyone that sees you, whether you're having sex with someone, whether you're, like I said, in work, around peers, around friends. People, that energy exudes just like confident energy exudes.
Feel that.
Absolutely. And the work really starts with yourself, because that makes me so sad to hear you say, you know, that my belly and my cellulite turns me off, but I can relate. I lived in that space for so long. And I know, I'm sure we all have. Because
I've been there.
Just being a plus size woman, you deal with those things,
and,
you know?
And you deal with those things because every part of your world outside of yourself and what you're comfortable with is telling you you have to get rid of it. You have to work out, you have to get lipo, you have to put on a sweatband, put on whatever it may be to get rid of it. So when you see it and you hold that every day, it's a burden to you, and it's something foreign to your body, but it's not foreign to your body.
And something to fix.
And something to fix, because no part of your body is foreign. That's yours.
Yeah, exactly.
And so when you then start to retrain yourself and you retrain your mind and to think that this is something that's a part of me, and I can't fight it, I shouldn't fight it, because I'm only giving in to what everyone else is telling me. Exactly. The moment you say that, bleep, you, and you say, you know what? I'm gonna love this. And Dani should have told me, like, guys, let's just do stomach love.
Yes.
So let's just do stomach love.
Yeah, okay, so we had a picnic. We had a picnic like
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we had a picnic a couple weeks ago. We were with our other friend, and she was talking to me. Brittany and Aspen were kind of like in conversation. Me and her were in conversation. She was telling me how she's really struggling with loving her stomach. And we're like in a park, tons of people around. And I'm all about belly love because I hated my stomach for so long. Like I legit used to sit on the toilet and grab my stomach and just like pretend I could just like slice it off. And how hateful to feed myself those things. So I said to our friend, I was like, let's do some tummy love. And I turned to Aspen and Brittany, I'm like, let's all do some tummy love. So I like take my stomach out of my pants and I'm like, everybody, let's all grab our stomach.
And I was like, oh, hold on, wait a minute. Okay, let's just hold it.
And we did it like in public, and we talked about it, and we lived in that moment. And I think that's so powerful and so beautiful to be able to have friends to do that together.
Absolutely.
And I hope we can give you that energy through this video too, because maybe you don't have plus size friends, or maybe you don't have confident plus size friends that are going to do those exercises or build you up in that way. And that's what I'm here for, and I always want to do, and I want to be able to bring you other powerful women that can give you that same energy, because it's like we are shown certain things in the media, and we're told certain things about how our bodies should look, and we don't have a lot of positive people reworking our minds and fighting against those narratives that are sold to us.
And to go off of that, it's all about, and it comes to you in ways that you don't even notice. And in songs, in quick ads that you see where it's like 5-week weight loss. It's just, it's so...
Waist trainers. When you're going through Instagram and you see really skinny girls with flat butts and huge flat stomachs and huge
butts. And the common theme is shrink yourself. Shrink yourself. And so it's not like, hey, look, you look this way, fix it. It's so smart the way they do it that you have to curate your timeline. Yeah. And you bring in people like Dani, like Brittany, like Master, who talk about things where it's like, it shouldn't be something you're ashamed about. Because the moment you start thinking that, this is something I'm proud of.
And owning it.
And people notice it. Yeah. People are like, wow, like,
I feel that energy.
Where did this come from? And I can do the same exact thing. And each person that then feels that way, we are then taking back those standards that have been pushed on us for years.
And rewriting the narrative. And that's so important because we have to do that.
We have to do it. Yeah. It's what we was meant to do.
Yeah.
We're fine.
So to any girl struggling with their stomach or their body and sex, I would say that first start with yourself. Like Aspen was saying in the first question, take time to love on your body. Lotion every part of your body. Experience your body and your being. Be naked around the house in front of mirrors and really dedicate that time to yourself because it's going to pay off in all aspects of your body, but I promise you it's really going to pay off in the bedroom.
It's really going to pay off in the bedroom.
I promise you. Because I was that girl. Me and Aspen have talked about this a lot. I was that girl that I always had a shirt on in sex. Always. Like, until I'm 27 now, until I was probably like 22. I wore a shirt all the time because I was nervous about my stomach flopping around, and I knew guys like my butt, but I was like, I don't want to show anything else off. I have a small chest, I have a big stomach.
You just touched on something, and it hit me. It hit me. Can I talk about a position? A sexual position?
Yes, because people. Okay, so we're like kind of all over the place now, but it's okay.
It's alright.
Because I'm just gonna put all the questions up like as we discuss them. But someone also asked too, like, what are good positions that make you feel comfortable, or like, do you not feel like you're flexible because you're plus size, or that you can't do certain positions? So speak on it.
So, for a long time, when I first was becoming sexually active and learning myself, missionary was like my go-to. Because my whole stomach in this area was covered by him.
And would be much flatter.
It was safe. It was safe. And I felt like my body was an issue. We were so close, like our faces, that I didn't have to worry about what was going on down there.
Yeah, because you could kind of convince them to look in your eyes instead of looking at your body.
Exactly. And I feel like that didn't hit me until maybe 2 years ago that I would do that intentionally. Wow. And I tricked myself into, I love that. Like, that's my favorite. Yeah. But it wasn't. And the moment I was like, let me just try something new.
Yeah.
And then you're like, whoa. If somebody is going to be intimate with you, and you are a plus size girl, I guarantee you they know what you got going on under the clothes. They're not thinking like, oh my God, she's a size 0. And then you take off your clothes, she's like, what? 14? No. No. They know what they have, and they know what they're getting into before you take off your clothes. Exactly. And so to stand in that power and to take off your clothes and to not feel like, oh my gosh, I can't, put my fupa under my pants. I can't cinch my waist.
And not giving them that much power either. Because let's say you do. Worst case scenario, right? You take all your clothes off and this man is like, ew, that's too much for me.
What do you do?
That's so sad and unfortunate he feels that way, but I promise you, girl, you pick yourself up and you move forward because there are 10,000 people that want to be with you. Yeah. That's a line I used to tell myself. I used to be like, oh, well, if he's the one that wants me, so no one else is going to want me. That is bullshit. I promise you. The one thing I really learned in my life is that men like women that are more full figured. A lot of them do, but because they are fed the same stuff that we are fed, they lie to themselves, their homeboys lie to them, they all lie to each other, and they try to protect and hide the fact that they love us. I will not be with anyone that wants to hide that. You need to be loud and clear about that. That's very important. But understanding that they've been brainwashed just the same way we have. You know what I mean? So you have to understand that and know that a lot of men are not just going to be upfront, but like Aspen said, when they go into the bed with you, they know what they're getting. And they want that shit. They're attracted to that shit. They want all of it. Trust me. But the more confident you are, when you walk in that confidence, not only are they attracted to your body because that's what they want anyway, now they see that you're carrying it with confidence. They're like, it allows them to be like, oh, I've been brainwashed.
Yeah.
She's popping.
Yeah.
And she knows what she's doing, and she's trying different shit, and she's not scared, and she's not covering her body. It's powerful.
And it allows you to create your narrative and how people talk and think about your body, even though it shouldn't even matter.
Yeah.
But when you come in there blazing
Yes.
fire, like, woo, I'm the hottest thing on this planet.
Yes.
You set that narrative and you set the tone.
Yeah. I think going off of what you guys said, like any person that you're being intimate with, I feel like they should be loving every inch of your being anyway.
Boom.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, if that,
100%.
like,
Or if not, they're not worthy.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're not worthy to have you.
And I have a question. This is my personal question.
Oh, ask us.
I have a question. When you're curvy, and when you're just a full figure woman, you know what I mean? Being in the bedroom, and this took me a long time.
Yeah.
Lights on or lights off?
Okay, so that is a good question.
It's a good
and we were asked that question, so I'm
That's
gonna
a
pop
good
it up on the
question.
screen.
All right, woo! Because we have the
definitely
same
asked
question.
that,
Whatever
yeah.
homegirl is like.
Yes, because we're all on the same page. We are in this together. That's why we need to be in these conversations together.
Exactly.
Okay, so for me, I think I like both. But to me, lights on is just like, it's just freeing because it's like you won't look at every inch of this body, okay? Like, and I just like to be bold with it. Like, I want to take all my clothes off and just like walk around and just have you like be in my aura. But there is a lot to say about sex with the lights off as well. I feel like it can be really intimate and really sexy and seductive.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to be a crutch for people. I don't want you to think that you have to have sex with the lights off because you're afraid to have sex with the lights on.
Yeah. I like it a little dim.
You like a little dim.
Like a little dim.
I like a mood lighting.
Like you said,
Yeah, mood lighting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's hard. I still haven't got to that point. I'm be honest with y'all.
Yeah,
be honest with
we
y'all.
love that.
Be honest with y'all.
Honesty's the best
It's
thing.
right. Like if you got a bright white, true white light on,
Like our studio light.
like our studio light, and I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like it's not that in that moment. I'm just like, oh, I'm ashamed, but it's so. It's very intimate to be completely naked. Men too. Socks off. Socks off. It's a vulnerable spot where you're just like, oh, okay, if I show it all now, what do I have to withhold? So I feel that, and so when I think of lights on, the first thing in my head is like, you need to earn that.
Yeah.
If you want to see me with the lights on and you want me to stand in front of you as the badass bitch that I am, or badass woman because I'm not a bitch, but the badass woman that I am, then it's like you have to earn up to that.
Yeah.
And before we get there, and lights off is also, it shouldn't be a crutch, but it's also great for when you are learning your sexual limitations.
Yes,
and what you
I'm not saying
like.
go have sex with the lights on right away. That's definitely something you have to build up to. I think
it's your preference.
It's more important to build that confidence with yourself, feel that confident energy, and then have some sex with nothing on in the dark or in some mood lighting. You know, baby steps. I'm not saying go out and bust it wide open in this bright white studio lighting. Okay, so next question, I'm kind of combining a couple questions. Like, we've been doing this whole video because you guys, I literally got like 500 questions. And I feel like this is like a common, I was asked this like over 30 times. How do you deal with or get comfortable with discoloration? How are you comfortable with stretch marks, cellulite, and body hair? Ooh. Yeah, so let's talk about it. What do you think?
I think it's just getting comfortable with yourself. Like something that I like to do is I like to look in the mirror. I like to turn music on. I like to dance. I like to lotion myself up. I know you were saying something about that earlier. And just really owning it. Like, this is a part of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's natural. Like, stretch marks, it's natural.
Yeah.
And I feel like the world that we live in today, like, natural isn't being
displayed.
It's very distorted now. The idea of natural.
Yes, exactly. So when you actually see it, you're like, whoa, like this is different. But so many women struggle with this. And instead of looking at it, I guess, as a struggle, like, this is a part of me. You know what I mean? And
it's beautiful and worthy of love, just like all the things that are put in the mainstream media.
I think we talk a lot about body positivity and body acceptance.
Yes.
And that's, you know, when I first hear it or think of it, I think of size and just taking up space. But we don't talk about, you know, the intersectionalities of what body acceptance looks like. And something that I've struggled with for a very long time since I was really young is discoloration, especially when you are a melanated queen. Hyperpigmentation is huge on your face or on your body, wherever it may be. And there were a lot of products and skin bleaching. I know Tyra Banks talked about it a lot. I know she's a little interesting. But she talked about it a lot on her show. There's a lot of products that are on the market that just kind of reinforce you need to be one shade to be this idea of beauty. And I was like, you know what? Scratch that. These are parts of myself that, yes, I may be body positive, but these are still parts of myself that I'm not comfortable showing. Yeah. And
it hasn't been normalized or discussed, really.
Or discussed.
That's so true, because that's something I've struggled with myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, same. I have discoloration like under, like close to my
private
area.
As we all,
which especially when you have bigger thighs and butt that rub.
Chafing is a bitch. And I want to tell everyone who's watching this, like, you are not alone
at all.
Everyone on this couch right now. We got discoloration.
Yep.
When you walk around, 1 in 8 women have discoloration. That's not a real stat. But every body scars and every body has discoloration, because it is not your body fighting you, it's your body saving you and repairing itself. Yeah. And it's not something to be ashamed of, it's something to be proud of.
Yes.
And so we have to change it.
Yes.
Change the conversation.
And I feel like it's the same thing, like what you're saying, I feel the exact same way about cellulite and stretch marks.
Absolutely.
Like for me, I have so much cellulite, and I dealt with it for such a long time. Me and Brittany are pretty similarly shaped in the fact that we both have really big butts and we have big thighs. Shut up. Since we see all these butts and thighs that are perfectly smooth, and especially like the industry we're in, everything's so smooth, I always was like, what's wrong with me? But I love my cellulite, because people glorify these big thighs and this big butt. But if you really got it, if you're real, 9 times out of 10, you got some belly, and you got some cellulite, and you got some stretch marks.
And you have to be your own best friend.
You have to be your own best friend.
And you have to understand that there's so much perfection and imperfection.
Woo!
Yes, it's real.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, that is so true.
It's real. It's real, and it is yours. Yeah. And everybody in this world, there's nobody like you.
Yeah. One of one. You can only do you.
That's your
like
superpower.
you do you. That's your superpower. So when you live in that, no matter what billboard you see, what ad you see, what weight loss shit you see,
you know the truth.
You know the truth, and you know who you are. So you're just like, oh, that's white noise.
Yes.
That's white noise.
Yes.
And you won't carry on, and you won't be like, oh, girl, did you see my new pink? You gonna live in it. You gonna love it.
I'm so glad that we could make this video. We're gonna have to wrap it up, because we could literally talk forever.
Yes.
So definitely let us know if you want to see more videos. I feel like I brought the 2 perfect people together for this video, or well, like all 3 of us. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm so grateful to have strong, powerful women in my life, because I haven't always had that, and I definitely have not always had strong, powerful, plus size women in my life. So I'm so grateful for that. Yeah. The last thing I want to say before we finish this video out, just on the topic of sex, is I really want everyone to be sexually liberated. I want you to understand that as a woman, sex is for you. We are told that it's not really for us and it's about men. It is for you. So start demanding your sexuality and what you deserve in the bedroom, and also experience your own body. Another quick plug to Aspen. She is a marketing director for a sex company. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, sex toy company.
Sex toy company.
Empowerment company.
Yes. And I'll put them in the description box below. They're called Voodoo, right?
Voodoo Vibe. Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, and I have a couple of their products, and they're phenomenal.
They're phenomenal.
Yes.
And you have one. If you are my friend, you have a toy.
You have one?
Because that's how we should be with our friends. Like when I meet someone and they tell me that they've never indulged in intimacy with themselves, I'll say it that way to be politically correct.
Beautiful way.
Thank you. If someone tells me that, I encourage them and give them resources. Please buy something to experience that time with yourself.
Which you guys did for me.
Yes. because it's so important. You have to start demanding, no, this is what I want, and this is what feels good to me, and this is how you make me reach my point.
Yeah.
Okay?
Boom. Point.
And demanding that. Yeah. It's not like, oh, you feel good, and okay, we're done now. No.
Yeah.
This is about me. This is about how I feel good and what intimacy looks like when it's completed for me.
When it's exactly. And it's a shared experience. And the best way to have the... Cut the cameras. Can I say mind-blowing sex?
Yeah.
The best way to have mind-blowing sex is to have safe sex.
Yeah.
Yes.
And to make sure whoever you're having relations with is safe, you are safe, and you will have the most beautiful
Yes.
Beautiful.
Safety is key.
Yeah.
We could talk all night though, you guys.
We really could go on.
This video is gonna be 45 minutes long.
So give me a call. My number is 205.
No, but seriously, you guys, please leave a comment below. Let me know how this video impacted you, and let me know if you want to see us do another video. We live down the street from each other, so we are
literally
willing and able to give you guys videos. We also have not been around a lot of people because of the pandemic, so we feel comfortable being around each other.
Yes.
So we're able to provide you videos. So please let me know. Also, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and make sure whatever you do not forget to hit that big red button screaming subscribe at you below. Follow my friends on Instagram. They have beautiful pages and they promote the same things I promote. Also, check out BetterHelp. I'm telling you guys, we have to take more care of our mental health and we have to show up for ourselves, and therapy is one way you can do that. So click my link in the description box below to get 10% off. And I love you guys, and I'm so glad that we could create content like this and bring this to you guys. Like, for real, my community means so much to me. You guys know how much you mean to me, and I hope that you pick up the energy that we are giving in this video. And I think you do, because you always do, and you get it, and we see each other. We see you, you see us, and I love you guys.
Hold my hands. Hold our hands.
Come on, Brittany.
Brittany, put your...
We love you. Okay.
Don't be shy. Post some more. And that's a wrap.
All right, we love you guys. Bye. See you next time.
Bye. Stay beautiful.